Caleb Sturgis now to do the honors and get us started. And we are underway in Southern California. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here are the Chargers now as they get set to go on first. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground right at the 20. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. Trust me, Brandon, I'm not about to try and take your job. I can't do what you do. But that wasn't just 3 and out. That felt like 3 and backwards.
That's exactly what it was. You can have my job whenever you want it. The drive that you're looking for, though, probably going forward. Bad start to the ball. Tavon Austin, he's going to go. Touchdown, Chicago. Tavon Austin, 60 yards. And the Bears have taken the early lead. They get the stop defensively, force the punt. They score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, you don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Chargers getting set to go. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And down he'll go at the 25. Call it a gain of 5. And it'll make it a second down. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out. Now Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. On third down, Rivers. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Hassan Reddick, the rookie from Temple. And that'll bring up fourth down.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now Austin. Powering his way forward. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. And a great spot to start this drive from here. A first down carry for Henry. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here we go.
Again, it's Henry. He gets away from one. And a short gain down to about the 33. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but
got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. And, oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
First half in the book. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Oh, and now he bowls him over. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, after those plays, the offense coordinator has to feel like he has balance in his favor. Threw it, then ran it, both for nice chunks of yardage. Now he feels like he's got things going in his direction, but the defensive coordinator, his guys are off balance a little bit. How does he set up, and what does he plan for in the next play? Is there a tendency there he can lock in on and maybe set his defensive call? I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Guys have the game.
Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. The tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. On second down, here's Henry. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Derrick Henry taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And he puts it through. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just One last drive here for Pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said,
now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Second down, Rivers. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
and because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
And that's a major league loss of yardage and probably loss of momentum. You're snapping the ball at the 1-yard line before you suffer that big loss.
Yeah, you think of losing any yardage from the 1 is bad. To go that far back, that's a disaster.
And I think the play calling sequence that maybe the OC had in his head, that's got to change on the fly now.
And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. And that does it for this Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge. You did it. You defeated it. Congratulations. We'll see you next time.